Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video, we're going to have a look at the unit Audrey. So, Audrey, Radiance Reaper, she is absolutely fantastic unit and one that you should be looking to prioritize primarily because of this synergy, but we'll get into that in just a second. So, first things first, she is part of the Glorian synergy. So, with 5 on the team, at the start of battle applies 5 stacks of attack boost on the allied team for 3 rounds. At the start of battle applies 5 stacks of defense reduction on all enemies for 3 rounds. And at the start of the battle, the allied team receives 100% control immunity and 25% damage boost for 8 rounds. That goes down to 4 rounds if you've only got 4 on the team, and down to 2 rounds if you've only got 3 on the team. So very important for seasonal PvP. The relics for the Glory synergy is when a Glorian synergy mate attacks, it has a 100% chance to take 2 stacks of base buff, such as attack boost and defense boost from the target, steals 10% attack from all enemies and applies it on the allied Glorian synergy mates. The stolen amount cannot exceed 20% of their own attack, and when Glorian mates attack, this is for 3 relics, it has a 100% chance to take the 3 stacks of base buffs, and steals 20% attack from all enemies and applies it on the allied Glorian synergy mates. Very, very strong. Been through Royals before, but just in case you haven't seen Royals, at the start of battle, all allies receive shield equal to 200% of their own attack, and each stack of buff increases damage boost and damage reduction by 4% up to a maximum of 80% for both, respectively. Celestials, very, very simple. They gain crit and gain attack, and then when an ally unit dies, it purifies all debuffs on all allies and dispels all buffs from all enemies. Really powerful effect, which is why you want 2 Celestials on every team that you run, so when you die, enemy team will get much weaker and you will get much stronger. And finally, Monarch. So Monarch is by far I think the best synergy within the game, specifically for PvP, but also for PvE as well. Ally units will not take damage exceeding 30% of max HP in a single instance of damage. Every 1% of the HP the target loses increases damage boost by an additional 2% up to 100%. So if you've lost 50% of your HP, or a unit with Monarch synergy does, an ally loses 50% HP, they'll also get 100% damage boost as well. If you've got 5 Monarchs on the team, if you've only got 4, it only goes to 50%. But it's still very strong and won't exceed 40%, which is why you want Monarchs on. Now, what does Audrey actually do? So first things first, she attacks. Audrey deals 540% physical damage to all enemies and has a 100% chance to seize all types of shield and holy shield effects, including holy armor. So just something to keep in mind there. She does steal those shields if she hits. If she misses, you don't get any shielding. It is what it is. Now, next attack, this is the active skill. Audrey deals 144% physical damage to frontline enemies and has a 100% chance to steal all types of shield and holy shield effects if she hits. If she doesn't hit, then you miss out, effectively. Next one, Crystal Glow. Audrey converts 5% of healing received into attack. This conversion cannot exceed 100 million, which means that you can get up to 100 million additional attack for Audrey, going off the 5% that she can convert. Very, very strong, works very well with units like Seraphina, works very well with units like Persephone, I guess, and Atrops to an extent, and at a push, if you're in a really desperate spot, I guess you could use Ashlyn as well. When Audrey gains shield effect, she will also apply shield on all allies on the battlefield, with Audrey receiving 100% of the shield. When an ally receives healing, Audrey will also benefit from 25% of the healing amount. So when your units get healed, Audrey will also become healed. When she receives shielding, she will dish that shielding out as well to the rest of the team. Now, I've only got her at 10 stars, but I do have her legendary relics. It was at a time before I knew how to properly go about sorting talents out. If you're getting a unit up to 10 stars, 11 stars, 12 stars, that's when you want to start looking at putting talents or legendary talents in. If not, keeping them at epic talents, absolutely fine until they get to that 11-star mark. Now, finally, her runes. As you can see, I've got all DPS and as well, I've got unique runes, which will apply the hindrance effect as well. However, before taking action, removes holy armor effect from all enemies, which is different to the holy shield effect. The holy shield is for PvP and holy armor is for PvE. So she will remove all holy armor in PvE, but in PvP this will not work because there's two different types. There's holy shield, which is PvP, and holy armor, which is PvE. Now, if you have her runes, as I do, when Audrey takes action, she applies Vital Drain effect on all enemies for 1 round. Very strong. When enemies, excluding Audrey, receive healing, Audrey will seize 50% of that healing amount and restore her own HP, which plays into her passive as well. Very, very strong. Now, she will see 75% of healing if you have her half red, and at full red, the enemy team will not be able to heal once Audrey has taken action. She'll apply that Vital Drain, and then she will steal 100% of healing, so very good against Mystifiers, very good against Glorians, very good against any team, Avengers, who will heal quite a lot and rely on that healing. If you can steal that healing, Audrey will, well, she will be top dog. Now, with regards to the runes, let me just show you what these unique runes do. So, got to fuse all those, absolutely. And then if we have a look at the info here, when equipped by Divine Heroes and when allies trigger Purify, there's a 50% chance to apply Enfeeble, unable to receive buffs on all enemies for 1 round. Very, very strong. And where do we see what the unique ones do? Or the supreme ones do? I think that's only on red. But it is what it is. So that is Audrey in a nutshell. Let's jump into some gameplay for her. And yeah, we'll see how she does. And here we are, back again. This is an Ethereal's team. A Glorian's team, and it's full 5 monarchs. It does include Cleopatra. If you don't have Cleopatra, or you don't have Cleopatra at 8 stars, I would probably suggest running Seraphina in this spot. The reason for that, she works very well with Audrey. So Seraphina will provide that healing. Audrey will then get buffed up very, very quickly. However, I have gone with Cleo so we can get the full 5 monarchs. We've got 5 Glorians, 3 Royals, 3 Celestials, 2 Verdians, and 1 Lightseeker. If I had Lee at a higher level, we would have the 2 Lightseekers as well. So what I'm going to do, just jump into some gameplay and just see how she does. Let's see how she fares against this enemy team here of dodgers, to say the least. So what you want to do with Audrey, the reason that I've placed her in this front slot is primarily because of the shielding. So as you can see, we'll receive shielding from the shield itself, so from the Glorian shield. She will then distribute it out to the rest of the team, giving them massively increased shields. As you can see, Lee's shielding here really, really high. We're not taking altogether too much damage, and Audrey even taking a lot of flak from Percival there, but we were able to push through. Now Lily and Leah will reapply shielding as well. They will also trigger the hindrance. So as you can see, enemies cannot gain buffs. Really, really powerful effect. They can only get debuffed at this point. And again, the reason for that is primarily because of Lily and Leah applying the Purify, and then Audrey applying the Enfeeble to enemies. So, very, very strong combination. Both monarchs, both work very well. Lily and Leah on their active will start to power up Audrey. I still think Lee is going to be MVP here. Yeah, he's doing the work. But again, Audrey done 50% of that damage. Very, very strong. Again, it's because we're able to pump her up. We're able to power through. So let's go ahead and take out Cleo. And let's pop in Seraphina in this spot instead. So then we don't have the full 5 monarchs. We only have 4 monarchs available. And these are the true Glorian monarchs. This team right here. But with Audrey included on this next round, we should start to see, with Seraphina included, we should start to see Audrey get absolutely massive damage. And I think the reason that Lee was so strong last time is because of Cleo, but we haven't been able to really see Audrey at her full potential, because these rounds, they don't last long enough. It's very difficult, I've found, to get Audrey up to that full 100% or 100 million damage. Very, very strong, very, very powerful, but difficult to get to. Fortunately, able to get to start building up with thanks to Serafina on the team, providing that additional healing as well. We do also apply that vital drain effect on enemies. So if, say, for example, Persephone on this team were to try and heal the enemies, we would also see Audrey steal 50% of that healing as well. So it can be a very, very powerful effect. So we get even more shielding here. As you can see, the rest of the team will also start to receive shields, because Audrey has put that Audrey has the ability to dish out healing dish out shields when she receives shields, which is why we're not taking any damage here whatsoever. We're still able to build Audrey up. We're still going with that. As you can see, having Cleo on the team really helps. And we just saw then Audrey steal that healing from the enemies. Very, very strong, very powerful ability. Unfortunately, Cleo does go down, so we are... not Cleo. Persephone does go down, so we won't be able to steal that healing anymore. And it is just Percival left. I don't suspect he's going to last too much longer. We could even take out... we could even absorb a lot of the damage with thanks to the shielding that's in place. And again, it just keeps going and going and going. Hopefully, Audrey should be able to clean sweep here in a minute when she does her ultimate. We will see. We'll get one more round in. Can we build her up anymore, or have we fully built her up? Looks like she's fully built up. So that's round 8. Round 8, and this is the maxed sort of damage that we're looking at. And it isn't altogether too much. 1,200 million. Not super impressive, but it's the fact that she's supporting the entire team. She effectively steals heals from the enemy, and also applies shielding when she receives it to our allies as well. So let's go ahead and see how she does in PvP. And here we are back in PvP. So this is the team setup that I'm running at the moment, as you can see. I've got Astrid, Cleopatra and Elisha on this back row. I've got Talinas and Audrey on the front row. This will give us 5 Monarchs, 3 Celestials, 3 Glorians, 2 Deviants, and then an Ethereal and a Mistfire as well. The reason that I'm running these, so Elisha and Astrid over, say, Lee and Lily and Leah, is primarily because of the strength of these 2 units alone. Elisha does not need to be in an Ethereal's team to function correctly, and Astrid will provide that attack increase, so will work very well alongside Cleopatra, as well as providing the second ultimate as well. So let's jump in and let's see how well this team does. Again, we have the full 5 Monarchs, so very, very strong. We are not going to get one shot, which is the key thing. Especially in the early rounds when you've not had a chance to build up, when you've not had, you've got your Holy Shield protection, but sometimes it's just not enough, that Holy Shield protection. So we want to see how well Audrey does. She does dish out that shield to the rest of the team, so can be very, very strong against a team like Valianters who want to do as much damage as quickly as possible. We just want to outlast them, is effectively what the aim is. We also run 3 Glorians so that we do get the 2-turn control immunity. Very, very strong, very, very powerful ability, especially against the likes of Elma. So we do get taunt on Cleo and Astrid, but they've already done their super attacks, so we're not too fussed about that. Hopefully we should see Audrey clean up here, steal all of those holy shields away from the enemy. Very, very powerful ability. Unfortunately, we're not getting one shot by the enemy Nyx as well. So Talinas putting the work in there. It's because of all of the build up that we've had as well. So again, Audrey, very, very powerful in PvP. You would want to run her alongside Lily and Leah as well. And the reason for that is primarily because of the shielding that Lily and Leah provide. So they will give shielding out on their ultimate, which then Audrey will dish out to the rest of the team. Very generous of her. But again, that's what we're kind of looking for with regards to Audrey's, to get as much shielding as possible. Unfortunately, we placed her in quite an unfortunate place opposite Elma. Who's going to taunt her for the rest of time. And I think the rest of our team will also be taunt in this round as well. No, maybe not. We'll see if we can finish off Makaria and then we can finish off Elma here. No, it doesn't look like it, but this is where Elma can run into a bit of an issue. Is when he taunts them and he's not invincible. So, yeah, very, very strong. But Talon has to do the most in this PvP setup. Very, very strong, very, very powerful. And again, let's jump into some more PvP. Let's just see where we get up to. So let's go ahead and find. You look strong enough, I think. Let's have a look. But yeah, sure. Let's try against Dooms. So Dooms, notably one of the stronger PvP teams, non-seasonal PvP teams at least. But it should be okay because we've got our 5 Monarch synergy. That is one way to beat Dooms, is the 5 Monarch synergy. Because when you attack, you're not going to lose all of your HP in one shot. Slightly different when Doris is around. And the reason for that is because Doris will apply that attack first, which is why you need 5 Dooms in order to counter, 5 Monarchs in order to counter the Doom synergy. Can be very, very strong. But it looks like Doris down, so that effect will not apply anymore. Can you guys see that? That direct light? Very strange. But yeah, it seems as though we're doing okay. I think we just need to get rid of this Holy Shield that the enemy started with. And then we should be on a roll. But as you can see, not doing altogether too much because of the additional shielding that we've provided to our entire team here. Again, no Dooms, no indirect damage like Mystifiers, like Mystifiers, like Dooms. No indirect damage, so we're not going to be able to take those shields down without attacking, which is a drawback of the team. But we should, Audrey to do a clean sweep. Again, that's probably because of Cleopatra and also because of Astrid as well. So just something to keep in mind. Audrey will build up very, very quickly, especially if you are healing her quite frequently as well. If you're healing her very, very frequently, we should see Audrey get a lot stronger and seems to have worked out. So yeah, let me know how it's going for you. What do you think of Audrey? Do you think she's required or do you think she's falling off? What do you think her longevity will be? Do you think she'll be a good unit in 6 months' time? I don't know. We'll find out. I think she is. I think she will be. It's primarily that Monarch Glorian synergy. Very, very strong. So yeah, you guys have a great day.